How's it going, guys? For today's episode of Budget Recipes, I'm going to teach you how to make beef bourguignon. I probably just butchered that. Anyways, before we begin, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, enjoy learning. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I got kids. Okay, to make this dish, you will need stew meat or beef chuck roast, an onion, bacon, pearl onions, dry red wine, tomato paste, beef broth, bay leaves, minced garlic, baby bell mushrooms, or at least that's what I'm using, carrots, butter. You'll have to have it room temperature butter, flour, and thyme. For the sake of cost, I'm using dried thyme instead of fresh thyme because I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible. Once you've prepped your ingredients, go ahead and heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil in a pan or a pot, over medium-low heat. Then add in your diced bacon and cook until crispy. Once the bacon is done cooking, go ahead and transfer it to another plate. Once all the bacon is out, turn up the heat to medium-high and put in your beef chuck or stew meat to sear. This should take around 3 to 5 minutes on each side. If you're using stew meat, do little bits at a time so you don't overcrowd the pot. And then once your meat has been seared, you're going to want to transfer that to another plate as well. Turn the heat down to medium and add in your onion slices and chopped carrot. Cook this until your onions are translucent. Then go ahead and add in your minced garlic and tomato paste. You want to cook this until the tomato paste kind of starts to caramelize on the bottom of the pan. And after the caramelization, go ahead and add your wine to deglaze. Don't be scared to scrape the bottom of the pot to get all that flavor from the bottom. And add your meat back to the pot along with broth, thyme, and bay leaves. Once those have all been added in, transfer your pot to the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then in a separate skillet, while your pot is in the oven, you want to add your mushrooms and pearl onions with a tablespoon of olive oil. And you want to get all the water out of the mushrooms. Of course, you're going to heat up the pearl onions too so they cook a little bit, kind of soften up. Because you're going to add this in at the very end, like right before serving. In a bowl, add your softened butter and a little bit of flour. And then whisk it together. Beat the devil out of it, as Bob Ross would say. Alright, so the meat didn't fall apart quite like I was expecting. I'm taking it out. I'm going to kind of pull it apart with the fork. See, it's pretty tender. Alright, so I shredded the meat. Time to add it back in. Once the beef is tender in the oven, get the pot out, put it back on the stove on a low heat, and let it start to simmer. You want to see it kind of not rolling boil, just a little bit of bubbles here and there. And then you'll go ahead and add your butter mixture. Make sure you are stirring continuously until the gravy thickens. Otherwise, it's just gonna all clump together, and you do not want that. No siree. And once that's done, add your onions and your mushrooms. Stir those in. Get them acquainted, you know. Maybe let it sit for a minute or two while it's simmering on low heat. And hopefully you made some mashed potatoes. I mean, you can eat this without it. Traditionally, though, it is served with mashed potatoes or bread. Tonight, I'm serving this over mashed potatoes. How is it?
I actually really like it. It's pretty good. But I was really iffy about everything together. It ended up tasting really well.
Let me know how it turns out. Hopefully you add some mashed potatoes to pair with it. I didn't add that in the video. Yeah, if you enjoy this video, and if you like the recipe, leave a like and subscribe. This meal costs roughly, for a big pot of it, about $50, which means leftovers. So